You ever look a woman in the eyes and feel her respect for you just vanish? 1 second she's your girl, the next, it's like she's already halfway out the door. And the worst part? She's betting you'll still be there tomorrow, still calling, still chasing, still orbiting her world like nothing happened. But a man who knows his value doesn't beg for his seat at her table. He flips the whole table and makes her wish she'd never tested him. Today, I'm giving you 5 silent moves that don't just get respect back. They make her regret every single disrespectful thing she ever said to you. And when you hear move number 4, you'll realize there's one thing you can do without saying a single word that'll have her chasing you harder than she's ever chased a man. Because once you master these, you're not just reacting to disrespect. You're commanding respect everywhere you go, from her, from other women, from everyone. And it all starts with the move most men ignore. But it's the fastest way to make her regret ever crossing the line. And before we dive in, I left one brutally honest question waiting for you in the pinned comment. Answer it, and you might just realize more about yourself than you ever expected. Let's begin with the first move. Number 1, the vanish without warning. When she disrespects you, when she pushes past that line no man with self-respect should let slide. You don't explain yourself. You don't send her a "here's what you did wrong" speech. You don't give her a heads up you're leaving. You just vanish. No big scene, no look at me exit. You go ghost so hard she's left staring at her phone, wondering when the world flipped. Because the second she crossed that line, she decided what you're worth. And if you start arguing, you're proving her right, that you'll fight to keep a spot in her life, even after she's shown she doesn't value it. So you pull yourself out completely. No texts, no calls, no hope you're good messages. Your presence, your attention, your energy, gone. And you do it fast enough that the silence hits her like a punch she didn't see coming. Up until now, she's lived with the idea that no matter what she said or did, you'd still be there, answering her calls, watching her stories, staying in her orbit. But here's the part that stings the most. The first time she reaches out and you don't answer, she'll feel it in her stomach, like a drop on a roller coaster. That's the moment she realizes she's not untouchable. Most guys blow this by announcing it, giving speeches, saying, "You'll miss me when I'm gone." That's still giving her your energy. But silence, that's different. That's power. Execution matters. No breadcrumbs, no likes on her posts, no just-in-case way for her to reach you. If you have to, block her, because every little thread you leave gives her something to pull on to keep you close. And, yeah, part of you will want to check if she noticed. Don't. Every signal you send waters down the hit. Instead, you take that space and fill it with growth. Hit the gym. Build your business. Stack wins. Meet new people. Because vanishing isn't just cutting her off in real life, it's cutting her out of your head. And here's the cold truth. The second you stop trying to be the man she used to respect and start being the man she can't even reach, her respect returns. But it's too late. By the time she really feels your absence, you're already in a place she couldn't reach, even if she tried. And the truth is, you're not doing this to make her regret it. You're doing it because the man you're becoming wouldn't even let her get that close again. Number 2, the circle cut. When you cut a woman off, most guys only think about blocking her number or deleting her on social media. Rookie move. If you want the silence to really hit, you can't just remove her from your phone, you remove her from your entire circle. Every mutual friend, every group chat, every social space where she could casually keep tabs on you, all of it gets locked down. Because here's the truth. When she disrespects you, she will still try to peek into your life through other people. She'll ask mutual friends how you're doing, scroll through group photos looking for your face, and read every crumb of gossip like it's a lifeline. You kill that by cutting the circle. You don't announce it. You don't send out a "tell her nothing" memo. You just start moving differently, switching hangout spots, creating new group chats without her, keeping your plans with people she knows strictly off the record. She should feel like you've vanished from the entire network she thought she could use to reach you. And here's where it gets powerful. The smaller her window into your life, the bigger her curiosity becomes. That silence will eat at her because women hate losing access more than losing affection. It's not just that you're gone, it's that there's no one she can use to get to you. The circle cut isn't petty, it's strategic. It tells her without a single word that your life is no longer a place she can enter through the front door or the side door. And the men who master this don't half do it. They don't leave one mutual friend as a maybe contact. They don't keep old group threads alive just in case. They close the loop completely, because when your circle is airtight, she's left on the outside, watching from a distance, wondering what's going on, and realizing that she doesn't just have less of you. She has none of you. And that's when the regret starts. Number 3, the upgrade she hates. When you walk away from a woman who disrespected you, she's betting you'll fade into the background, disappear into nothing, and keep living like you were when she left. She imagines you sitting there scrolling through her socials, overthinking every word she said, maybe even waiting for her to come around one day. But here's the thing. The most savage move you can make isn't blocking her, begging her, or explaining yourself. It's living in a way that forces her to see the new you and hate every second of it. Not by chasing her, not by showing off, but by becoming a man who is so far ahead that even people who know her can't help but mention your name. They'll say things like, "Have you seen him lately? Damn." And it'll hit her harder than any speech you could have given. Because women rarely regret losing the man they disrespected. They regret losing the man he became after they lost him. And the best part? You're not doing it for her. You're doing it because you've decided the man she knew was the lowest version of you you'll ever be. So you overhaul everything: your body, your money, your wardrobe, your skills, your circle. Not in a week, not in a month, but as a permanent way of living. By the time she sees you again, she's staring at someone unrecognizable, a man she can't even place in her old memories. That's when it burns. Not because she wants you back, but because her ego can't stand the fact that she let you go thinking you'd stay the same. And here's the move that really stings. You're not trying to make her jealous. You're not trying to win her attention. You're just becoming the man she wouldn't even get an audition with now. That's the upgrade she hates, because it's not just that you're better, it's that you're untouchable. Number 4, the intimacy freeze. You want the fastest way to make a disrespectful woman stop in her tracks, stop touching her. Most men don't realize how much power they give away through casual intimacy: a kiss on the cheek, a hand on her waist, an arm around her shoulder. Even after she's crossed the line, every touch sends the message: we're still good. But here's the truth. For many women, your physical affection is the last comfort they cling to, even after they've stopped respecting you. As long as you keep giving it, she never feels the cost of her behavior. That's why you use the intimacy freeze. 0 hugs, 0 kisses, 0 lingering touches, no casual closeness. You move like her body is a country you no longer have a passport to. Because when you take away physical connection, you're not just removing touch, you're removing the silent reassurance that everything is fine. She leans in for a goodnight kiss. You step back. She reaches for your hand. You let it hang. She slides closer on the couch. You create space. This isn't pouting. It's not a game. It's a clear, unspoken shift in the rules of access. You're communicating boundaries without saying a word. And it hits deeper than you think. Every time she reaches for you and you're not there, her mind takes note. She starts replaying moments, wondering when you pulled back, why you pulled back, and what it means. That mental loop will haunt her more than any argument ever could. Touch is one of the most primal human reassurances. Take it away, and you create a vacuum, one she feels. But here's the key. You don't fill that space with chasing other women or looking for quick validation. You redirect it into yourself, your training, your work, your mission. You become the center of your own gravity. No forehead kisses, no playful taps, no lazy arm over her shoulders. Every physical door stays closed until respect returns, if it ever does. Because the absence of intimacy doesn't just make her miss you, it forces her to recognize that your presence, your touch, your closeness were privileges she took for granted. When you master the intimacy freeze, you stop being a man she can lean on without earning it. You become the man she remembers every time someone else's touch feels empty. Number 5. The public reminder she can't escape. Some women only feel the weight of losing you when the world starts treating you like the man she refused to see, because in private she can lie to herself. She can tell her friends you were never that special. She can rewrite the story in her head to protect her ego. But in public, when your name keeps coming up, when your face keeps popping up in places she didn't expect, when other people start speaking about you with respect, that's a story she can't control. The public reminder she can't escape isn't about chasing clout or flexing for her attention. It's about building a presence so strong that you're unavoidably visible, even if you never look in a direction. When other people admire you, speak highly of you, or want to be around you, it forces her to reconcile the version of you she lost with the version the world is now celebrating. Maybe it's you showing up at an event, looking sharper, fitter, more confident than ever. Maybe it's people tagging you in wins, a promotion, a new venture, an incredible trip. Maybe it's mutual friends telling her he's doing better than ever. You never direct it at her. You never post to make her see. You simply live at a level where seeing you is inevitable, and every sight is a reminder of what she threw away. Because here's the thing, the more visible your success becomes, the more the story shifts. Her friends stop asking about the breakup with sympathy. They start asking with curiosity, and maybe even envy. And without you saying a single word, she starts realizing she's not just watching you move on, she's watching you rise to a level she can't reach. The public reminder isn't a post, a picture, or a speech. It's your life, upgraded, undeniable, and on display, in a way that keeps her regret alive every time your name crosses her path. Every one of these 5 moves has one thing in common. They're not about punishing her. They're about reclaiming you. The vanish without warning, the circle cut, the upgrade she hates, the intimacy freeze, the public reminder she can't escape. These aren't petty tricks. They're statements. Quiet, undeniable proof that your life has standards and that disrespect isn't part of it. Because the truth is, the regret you want her to feel doesn't come from your words. It comes from your absence, your discipline, your rise. The more you try to explain, the more you lose leverage. The more you chase, the smaller you look. But the man who moves on his own terms, the man who lives so well that she hears about him without him saying a word, that's the man she remembers when it's too late. And here's the beauty. When you actually live like this, her regret stops mattering. You're too far ahead. You're too invested in a life she doesn't have access to. And ironically, that's when it hits her hardest. So the next time a woman tests you, crosses you, or takes you for granted, don't argue, don't explain, don't try to make her understand. Show her, without showing her, that the cost of losing you is permanent. And when she finally realizes it, you'll be long gone. I left a question in the pinned comment that every man here needs to answer. Go drop your take, and I'll be reading every single one.